Hey, what's going on? What's going on? We are live. What's happening, y'all? I got another one from Cosmic Verse. Single, unmarried women are demanding love from men. How dare they? You know what I'm saying? No further ado, I'm going to get right into this one. You guys smash that like button. Go ahead and subscribe. If you're not already subscribed, what are you waiting on? Drop a comment during a live stream. Greatly appreciate it. But if you don't, during the replay, gang on gang, go ahead and drop a comment. Man, share the live stream, y'all. Share. Bring up this other feed real quick. Boom. What's going on? What's happening? Hey, y'all, got another one from Cosmic Verse. So no further ado, we're going to get right into it. Let's see here. Bring this on out. There we go.
I'm 24, single, live with my cat, sir.
Am I the only one who does not see the value in dating anymore?
So I just figured out where all of the hustle material guys are in New York City, and I cannot believe it took me.
I'm so fucking tired of dating. I just want someone to come over.
The thing is, there was a man out there for these women. They just gloss
and
pass over them.
The good-looking men that I am attracted to, I'm noticing a pattern in them. They want to be chased.
The hardest part.
See, and there it is.
Culture is without question.
And there it is, man.
Toward the end of your fertility and not being.
They have men that's chasing them, but they have a man type that they want that don't want to chase women, which is us, me, right? And it's just, you know, these women, man, they can't accept reality. They thought that they were going to be able to have it their way, be super. You know, the thing about a woman being masculine, it's super easy for her. It's easier for her to act like the men that she has had in bed with her or the men that she likes. It guards her feelings. To be feminine and be, you know what I'm saying, exposed that way, it just is too much for them.
Being able to find a partner.
How come no one talks about how different it is?
It is indeed different. Men today don't want to play the game, and they're called sassy for it.
Absolutely.
Kindly subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, you guys subscribe.
Our sole form of support. Thank you.
I think I wanted
It's
to
a
be
sole
loved so
form of
bad
support.
that I was kind of just accepting it from anybody who was willing to give it to me at one point, falling into relationships with people who I kind of knew weren't right for me, but like I was settling for just a little bit of love because I didn't love myself enough, or I didn't feel like I had love like I needed it.
So I just got dumped.
You gotta smash that like
On
button.
top of that, I'm on my and I'm literally walking around the streets of Nashville at night by myself being like, try me, come at me. Do any other girls get that way when their life is in shambles?
I am too grown for a boyfriend. I'm looking for a husband.
She got dumped and she's on her period and that's shambles? Wow.
I want a husband. I don't need a boyfriend. I don't need another boyfriend. And I don't need to be anybody's girlfriend. I'm a wife. Give me my ring.
Serious question here. Are there men out there who are genuinely really kind, like to do things for you, like to take care of you, without expecting things in return? And by expecting things in return, I don't mean like certain favors or like, I guess, expecting like kind of returns. I mean like expecting you not to complain about anything, not to get upset about things, or like, yeah, like not expecting you to act a certain way. Does that exist?
Lots of them. But we do accept reciprocation.
Absolutely.
And that's when everything falls apart. Yes, as long as you're putting in the same amount of effort. It's a two-way street. We used to, but after being taken advantage of, manipulated, abused, and told we are only good for giving out money, not anymore. There are a lot of them. You just don't want them, because they are not an ATM machine. I recently have come to the realization that many modern women are just looking to be a dependent in a man's life.
Yep.
While the answer is yes, there are men out there who would do all those things, and some who would even go beyond. The problem arises when the energy and gestures aren't reciprocated. Men are human beings as well, and while they're treating somebody right, they also want to be treated right in return. This realization is why so many men today are rethinking their approach to relationships. They're beginning to set boundaries and prioritize their own emotional well-being, refusing to settle for dynamics that feel one-sided or transactional.
I'm done with dating apps. So I decided I'm going to do something so crazy. I'm going to try to meet someone in real life. I'm going to start working on looking approachable. I'm going to go to places alone to then hopefully one day not have to go to those same places alone because I'll have someone to love me forever. Anyway, I'm working on it. So in case my mom's watching, okay, I'm trying, Mom. I'm trying.
I'm off the apps. I'm deleting them. Walked out in the middle of the date.
The worst experience of my life.
I'm just so done with dating.
My date is over. I'm so shocked right now.
It didn't end well.
Such a bad date.
If you're feeling like shit about your dating life or like everyone sucks,
You gotta smash that like
you're
button.
making terrible decisions, I do want to remind you that I, at 33 business years old, dated a guy with one leg who ghosted me on the 4th of July.
Why would you tell me you're going to call me when you get home and then you don't call me when you get home?
Dating is hard for some women, but many of them keep chasing the same type of guy over and over again. These are usually men who don't value them, don't want a commitment, or just aren't a good match for what they say they want. Then, when things fall apart, they act shocked and disappointed, as if they couldn't see it coming. Honestly, it makes you want to say, you're doing this to yourself. Instead of learning from past mistakes,
what's going
they
on,
keep
fam?
going
What's
for
going
guys
on?
who might seem exciting or charming,
Appreciate
but come with
y'all.
obvious red flags. Then they wonder why the same thing keeps happening. Meanwhile, the good guys...
It's an absolute great question. I'm so glad you asked. Well, here's the way I look at it. Amen. Well, let me go ahead and get this other comment up. Okay. That back up. Here's the thing. Are we talking about in the States or outside of the States? You know, if outside of the country, yeah, why not? You know what I'm saying? You find a good woman, whatever your religion is, you know what I mean? I don't see nothing wrong with having a couple wives. Why not? In the States, I just don't see it, man. I just don't see it, man. Even if she's a good woman, man, I just don't see it. I've been married. I don't see it. Like, believe it or not, my ex, whether she's narcissistic or not, she started out pretty good. You know what I mean? They just change. And when you lose your job or whatever, which is what happened to me, I don't care how good she is. She's out the door, man. She'll give you a little bit of time. But if you're trying to start a business instead of going back to work, and then you start wondering, why did you want me to go back to work? So, man, no, I don't think it's a good idea until they do some marriage reform in the country to where women can't just get up one day and decide, I don't want to do this no more. They babble about a bunch of nonsense. Like, we grew apart and, you know, I no longer feel like he's a great fit. This is babble talk for I'm leaving. I have no good reason and I'm just doing what I want to do. And until they're able to not do that anymore, there's no point in a man self-sacrificing for this ideology that women don't believe in. They use it like a trap. It's just like college, right? They dangle this great job and being able to brag about going to college to other people to you. But in the end of the day, you can have people in there that went to a trade school or the military working and making just as much money as you are without the debt. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what the marriage is. It's dangling this carrot over your head. And it's like 9 times out of 10, if you're going to marry a woman, you probably have already gotten the coochie. And I'm just being real. And we're talking about it from a man's perspective. What's the point in marrying her if you already got the coochie? You know, I should have thought about this myself. What's the point in marrying her if you're already getting the coochie? You know what I'm saying? You got your modern day marriage. Modern day marriage is dating. Modern day marriage, just go ahead and classify it for what it is. Boyfriend and girlfriend. We don't believe in the traditional sense of marriage no more because we want to be able to walk away. Man and woman, especially woman. So let's reframe dating. Let's call it modern marriage. And since everything else is all fugazi and, you know what I mean, ain't long lasting or real, let's just, you know, let's make dating modern marriage. And we can just walk away. Call yourself a husband and wife whenever you're dating somebody and then walk away. Because we, you know, listen, it's not worth it, man. And if she really loves you, she should be okay with modern dating or modern marriage They want me to get this out. The women, they're trying to make sure my throat chakra, man. I don't care, ladies. It has to be said. You know, marriage is dead in the West. Dating, boyfriend and girlfriend is modern marriage. And if you really cared about the man you're with, you wouldn't want anything that's on paper that involves the powers that be. Okay. So do I believe in modern marriage, which is modern dating that, you know, is still traditional in the sense of the way that we conduct ourselves, but we're just not going to work towards a old school traditional slave note of marriage. You know what I mean? Going into court, no. You're not going to become a slave. You're not going to become a slave. And that's the way you have to frame it to these women. I don't want to become a slave to your emotions. What do you mean? You know what I mean? One day you just decide you don't want to do it no more. And now I'm a slave to your emotions like you're a slave to your emotions. No, we're not doing that. So no, it's not worth it. Absolutely not.
The ones who would treat them right are often ignored or dismissed as boring or too nice. Amazing, huh?
It's getting crazy here. Women now want men.
Hey, what's going on, E-Vision? What's going on,
Do you have
fam?
floaties? Do you have a canoe, a paddleboard, anything?
It's
We
too
need
much of a
water
liability.
rescue men. We're willing to take
Salute
you in.
to the tribe.
Okay? We need a man that can come rescue us right now.
I would. But I don't make over 100,000 and I'm not 6 feet tall. What happened to choosing the bear? What happened to being independent? I guess some women really do need men when reality
Yeah, you
hits.
said broski, and then
They can
Dursky
act
shows up right
strong
after.
and put up a facade all they want. But when things get tough, they know exactly who to call.
Yep.
It's easy to say, I don't need a man when everything is going smoothly. But when real challenges come, that attitude changes fast.
And see, that's what it is.
Suddenly the same.
See, I'm telling you, man, like everything is all great when everything's going for them. But like when the economy changes and inflation hits and, you know, even if they own their home, especially if they own their home, dude, you ever heard a woman that's a homeowner talk about like maintenance? They don't even save 5 or 10K minimum for maintenance costs, like, you know, plumbing issues, hot water heater go out, during the winter, pipes busting. You got to like make sure you call these women and remind them, hey, make sure that when it gets really cold, you know, it's freezing temperatures overnight, let your water drip. But what are you doing buying a home and you don't even know that? These are the same women that have a brand new home or some kind of condo, and you'll hear the smoke alarm beeping in the background. Be having a brand new spot and the doggone smoker. What? It's all a facade. It's fugazi. I'm telling you, man.
Men they didn't want anything to do with are the ones they're turning to for help and support. But really, what do they bring to the raft?
No matter how much I love myself, how much I date myself, dating is hard.
Salute,
Dating
fam.
is
Your boy is
exhausting.
back.
To constantly put yourself out there to just be disappointed and disappointed and disappointed and nothing to ever work out for.
You guys, I'm gonna make this quick. Probably won't be over 20 minutes. I gotta get to the gym. Man, you know, people start showing up about 3:30, 4. Man, I have the gym to myself till about 2:30. I gotta get up in there, man. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get in it.
For you is so mentally, emotionally exhausting. Every time I make a video like this, people always get confused and think that I'm miserable single. That is not true. I'm very happy single. I make content on TikTok for other people to learn how to be happy alone and single. But I'm not going to neglect the fact that I don't want to be single forever. I eventually want to find someone, and to do that, I have to date. Dating sucks. To constantly feel like nothing ever works out for you is literally like a mind game, and I'm tired.
I don't know what's going on or if anybody else could relate, but this generation of men want to be chased so badly. And I'm not about to do it, princess.
And what are you talking
I swear
about it
to
for?
you, they're looking for like good morning texts. They want flowers sent to their job. They want date night.
Again, they're not all men. It's just a certain group of men. And if that's not your thing, what are you talking about it for? Who cares? This kind of gaslighting, man, shaming language, it's over for y'all. It's over.
Nights planned. Like the last couple of guys that I've been speaking to or spoke to, they wanted me to chase them. And I promise you, you got the wrong one.
Okay, on to the next.
These guys are in their soft girl era. What is going on?
It's funny how,
How
when
is
a
it any of
man
your
knows
business?
his worth and value, some women are quick to call him sassy or a princess. But really, this is just another shaming
Trash.
tactic they use when they don't get their way.
Absolute trash.
It happens when men stop.
This is what trashy men do to women to get the draws. No, you women are shaming men to get the dick. Y'all are disgusting. Nothing she said made any sense outside of, if you think about it, she's in her feelings. That's the only way that video makes any sense. The last couple of guys I talked to wanted me to chase them. Well, you're not going to do it, right? On to some different guys. I'm sure you have plenty. You sound butthurt that the ones you want don't want you enough to chase your dumb ass. Well, now, that's the way you should phrase it instead of playing the victim card. Oh, you love doing that. How can you play victim while trying to sound tough? This is something new that you modern women do. Ain't never heard of it. Ain't never been done before. It's so confusing. You're playing victim while trying to sound tough. You shouldn't even be making a video if you're tough like that. Hey, you know what I'm saying? It don't mean nothing to you, big dog. What are you making a video for? Sound like your feelings are hurt, but you need to guard those feelings by trying to sound tough. Ooh, that's some deep trauma. You got some healing to do. Who hurt you? Who showed you that you need to hide your sensitive feelings with this tough exterior? What guy ran through you and showed you that? What Pookie, Ray Ray, Brady, or Brad, Chad, or Tyrone showed you this type of behavior? Who hurt you? Ooh, I can cook y'all up, man. I can read y'all like a book. Let her talk a little bit longer. I'll tell you all about her childhood. Tell you that how the dad ran out on her and her family, and the kind of Tyrones that had her folded up like a pretzel. I'm telling you, man.
Chasing them, giving them attention, or doing everything they expect. Instead of respecting men for having standards and self-respect, they try to insult them. They're so used to men doing whatever they want that they don't know how to handle it when a man stands his ground.
And that's really what it is, E-Vision. I mean, they really just cannot handle being turned down or not being chased and some dude with his nose up her butt. You know what I mean? Like any dude that's like, nah, like I'm good. Like, because women that like her, they want you to chase them in a sense. She sends you a message, you send her a message, she waits until hours later or the next day, and she wants to wake up to your mess. No, we're not doing that no more, man. Like, y'all have too many dudes that you're talking to, and what they'll do, and this is what I figured out with women, they'll have a couple guys that they like, they talking to, and while they're trying to come off a certain kind of way to those guys, they have other lesser guys they're talking to, giving the coochie to, guys that are simping on them, you know, buying them things or whatever, feeding their ego while they act tough and like they don't, you know, give it up like that to the couple guys that they like. And now those couple guys that they actually like aren't dealing with it anymore. And they're dealing with the guys that are on their actual level. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
What's crazy is these same women call it confidence when they stand up for themselves. But when a man does it, they act like it's a bad thing. It's a double standard, plain and simple.
It's crazy.
Men knowing their worth isn't about being sassy or difficult. It's about not letting anyone walk all over.
And I want y'all to know something, man. Like back in the day, slave masters used to call black men sassy. And then back in the day, it was like a derogatory term towards women. So the rebrand this and talk like it's not a way for you to throw a slight. Like when you open your mouth and fix your lips to call men sassy, you should know that you will never get a real man ever in your life. Like we should stand on business like that. And the only males you get and men you get are the ones running through you, doing whatever they need to, saying whatever need to be said, doing whatever needs to be done to show you your place. Since you think that we're see, the sassy ones are the ones keeping it real with you, that you call sassy. The ones telling you what you want to hear to get the draws and then playing you and you acting like, you know, no, he was going to play you from the beginning. You just couldn't see that because you wanted to hear what you wanted to hear. So when they say sassy, that's the guy that's keeping it real with them, you know, being an honest man. These other guys are just guys telling them what they want to hear. And that's what they deserve, honestly.
over them. If that bothers some women, it just shows who's really uncomfortable with equality.
Absolutely.
I'm turning 40 this year, and comments like these break my heart. This girl is 25 years old, and she thinks that she'll never find anyone. With the way that the world is today, dating is not easy. So you need to really put yourself out there. Get on dating apps, and if you get approached by a lot of guys and it's very uncomfortable, use a dating app like Bumble, because you get to pick who you want to talk to.
Someone please explain to me what is wrong with men nowadays. Like, since when was it the woman's job to message first? Since when was it the woman's job?
Since when was it the man's job? We're going to talk about it today. Where is it written down anywhere that it's a man's job to pursue you? Are we conflating social norms with law? Do I smell a whore? I'm being real, man. Like, this don't even sound like logical thought. You know what I mean? It's not anywhere written down in any job description for a man to chase a woman. My mother chased my dad, and this is a whole different generation. So why are you conflating a projected, forced social norm that we were indoctrinated to do? Because if you start asking people, older people, how they met, it's not going to always be this dude chased them down. This has been something forced upon us through the movies, TV, and everything else they indoctrinate. So you don't even seem like a free thinker. You don't have no right to even be speaking to most men. It is not our job to pursue your stankin' ass. I know you think that it's our job to chase down your raggedy, stankin' asses, and a little you do, but it's not our job to chase your stankin' asses down. It's not. You're not God in this realm. You shit and piss like everybody else, and you got an added bonus of a menstrual cycle. Things got something leaking out of it all the time. Shut up, man. Coochie is not as good as you think it is. Shut up. And the mouth attached to it definitely makes it not as good as you think it is. Like, let it go, man. Y'all look so funky and raunchy. I don't care what y'all think y'all look like in videos. The way y'all talk is just a complete turn off. You might as well just date women. That's the only ones that find this attractive.
To pay on the first date, even though the man was the one that instigated the dating in the first place. I don't mind going halves, but expecting me to be the one that dishes out the payment, the entire payment for the entire bill, that's crazy to me. Since when did men expect the woman to be the chaser? And
he assessed the situation and he felt like you needed to pay for his time. Period. Point blank. Get over it.
The men to be the one that's just sat receiving, being pretty and not doing nothing. It's not a woman's job to pursue. The whole point of a male is to be a hunter, to hunt.
So now you're telling us they are so dumb. So now you're telling us what men are supposed to do. I don't think men are supposed to be hunters. Yeah, I don't think that. And I'm a man. Right? Because to imply, let's go down the rabbit hole with this stupid ass ideology for a minute. Hunter would mean cold-blooded killer. Fuck your feelings. I'm gonna take it. The fuck you talking about? What you mean pursuer? Chaser? Hunter? Y'all keep using these words and you don't think about what you're saying. Hunter? A hunter? Y'all are just so dumb. I can't. Y'all are so dumb. And it's just more regurgitated talks. I've heard that before. Men are hunters. Bro, if men were to go to their primal instinct of hunting, y'all do not want to see that side. There is no, well, I want to court you. No, for hunters, we're hunting, we're taking, we're conquering. You're just saying stuff. Yeah, do you know what a hunter is? Look it up. Okay? Look it up. It's not some diplomat that you think it is. You know what I mean? It's they don't think things through. They just say stuff out of emotion. They don't even know what they want. And again, it's never been written down anywhere in a job description or in the Bible of a man's description to chase women. This is a social norm that you're trying to make into some type of law or since the beginning of time. And you're taking the fact that men build and don't just allow nature to destroy humanity. We build, we do hunt, you know what I'm saying, for our families or whatever. We cultivate, you know, we protect, but that's all, you know what I'm saying, encompassing of a man. You can't just take one aspect of it and apply hunting, which is what we do to provide for our family, as if hunting is what we do to get women. You don't, if y'all were running into men that actually hunt women, you would know that's a player and you wouldn't even want him. You're not making any sense. You're not making any sense. You want a good man that's on his purpose, but you want him to chase you because you think that's what men are. That don't make any. If he's chasing you, he's chasing all women. He's hunting you. He's hunting all women. He's perfecting his craft. He's going to be a full out player that you cannot tame. Y'all sound stupid, man. This has got to stop. It's got to stop. It's got to.
Hunt for the prize, which is the woman. And I'm not saying the woman needs to bring nothing to the table, but for goodness sake, do something. Like, is it just me that thinks this? Am I losing my mind?
You
My
already
man
know,
told me
E-Vision.
if a woman is not satisfying her man, he will go find satisfaction elsewhere. But how can you expect her to satisfy you when you're doing the bare minimum, if that, to even invest in her and to show her that you like her and to show her
A fool, what this woman and other women think like her saying is the bare minimum is your perspective, fool. Talk like adults. That's a perspective. You're talking like that, like every person would view it that way. Like you're speaking for everyone. Y'all are too dumb to be talking the way that you are. And you want men to be men. Well, now we're taking you serious and we're breaking things down and we're doing things like men do. Okay? We're breaking things down. You do better. Do better. You're just saying your perspective and you're just making it seem like, oh, this is just the kind of ideology that everybody believes in as a whole in the entire world. No, that is your perspective.
that you're worthy of having her. To expect me to keep chasing you because you've been hurt in the past, so you're taking out your trauma onto me and telling me that I need to show up in places.
Nah, see, this is what these dumbasses are doing now too. Y'all over here, now I see a lot of women doing this too, where y'all trying to psychoanalyze things based off of the way that we psychoanalyze you. No, sweetheart. You're the dumbass in your car talking about some situation that's hypothetical, you know, going into detail, making up what you think what happened to him in his past that led him to be the way he is. You're making this up. You are a psychopath. Don't do this. Sitting in your car, barely dressed, looking funky, talking about what you think happened to him in his past to make him be the way he is. Don't do this. Stop copying us like this, man. I took a lot of time developing my ability to do the kind of stuff that I do. You dumbasses sitting in your car watching somebody like me and then trying to regurgitate that. No. It don't work like that. You can't do that based off of nothing. You can't do it based off of nothing, right? He's not here to defend himself. We can't look at him, but people can look at you and listen to what you're saying, and then I can make my assessment off of you. Y'all gotta stop doing all that y'all doing, man. Y'all doing too much, talking too much, and you ain't making no sense. You're doing way too much.
That to even invest in her and to show her that you like her and to show her that you're worthy of having her. To expect me to keep chasing you because you've been hurt in the past, so you're taking out your trauma onto me and telling me that I need to show up in places that your ex didn't show up, it does not add up. I've been traumatized.
The hell are you talking about? Obviously, you've been traumatized. That's why you're projecting all over a man. But for you to say that, ooh, I'm getting a little bit too upset here. Bear with me. So, for you to say that a man is traumatized in his past and that he's punishing you, how does it make any sense? If this guy is putting up boundaries to where he's not just chasing all women and expecting for all women to just treat him right, it sounds like what he done was he healed. You want him to be broken and just believe what you say and chase you down and not worry about nothing. How does that make any sense? How does that make any sense? No, you're traumatized to where you don't want a man even asking you questions because all this babbling she's doing, she babbles it to the men that are pursuing her as well. The same stupid circle talking, mumbo jumbo, buzzword, all this crap that she got all mixed together while not making any sense. She don't even seem like the kind of person that would even think this kind of way based off of what she's dressed like and how she's carrying herself. This is regurgitated babble. And this is what they do online all day long. They study us, then they try to take our words, and man, y'all can't do it. You sound stupid. Every time I hear these women talking like the men do, right? The way we break things down psychologically, they sound so stupid because they're basing their psychoanalytical whatever off of nonsense, intangible things. No way for her to even come up with this stuff. It's off of nonsense. Woman's intuition is complete nonsense, man. Woman intuition equals la la land, babbling. I'm a woman, hear me roar. It makes no sense whatsoever. If this is what intuition is, I want nothing to do with it. It's just emotional babble. You know, whatever she gets upset about, she just starts taking whatever she heard online and just mixing it together. None of what she says makes any sense, nor should it go together based off of this scenario.
Too. You're not showing up for me in ways that I expect you to show up. If anything, you're doing way less than what my ex did. And my ex cheated on me. I would rather go.
Ooh, she's comparing him to the ex. Red flag number one. Red flag number one.
Go back to my ex who cheated on me and give him another opportunity than be sat here trying to chase you, pursue.
She still thinks, see, I can read you. I'll break y'all down, you dumbass fools. You're still talking about going back to your ex. You're not over your ex, you stupid fucking fool. While you're talking about how he needs to go heal, you're not even over your ex. Stop watching men online and regurgitating and go heal somewhere. You're regurgitating the way that we break things down psychologically, but you don't even know why we're doing it or what we're saying. You're just babbling. You haven't even healed from your ex. Do you think I would be talking about a new woman I'm talking to and then bring up my ex-wife from 2 years ago? How you lucky I wouldn't go back to I don't even know what that woman looks like no more. I don't give a damn what she's doing. Wish her the best. Salute to her and whoever she's with and her kid. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. It's not even an option. The fact that it's an option for you to go back to your ex shows a whole lot about you. It shows you're not healed. You're comparing every new guy to that guy, and that guy left your dumb ass, and he left you in a bad state. You have not healed. You're online looking at men talking about like what I talk about, you know, hey, you know, you ain't healed from your childhood. You can't say that when you haven't healed yourself. You're looking dirty like you ain't washed your ass. You know what I'm saying? All folded up in a seat in a car. Put your legs down. Sit up straight. You're not a child. Everything about this person is bad. It's wrong. It's off.
You and invest all my energy into you because you're draining me. You're literally draining me. You're sitting there telling me how much you like me and how much you see a future with me. But the thing is, I can't do this.
Dear guys,
you're not going to be able to do it because you're still stuck on your ex. And you're just trying to make your ex jealous. You're not really going to ever get with anybody for real. For you to say that you would go back to your ex, you are not over that, fool. You're still bleeding out. You won't even go and get any medical attention. You're just bleeding out all over everybody. And I'm a stranger and I can see this. This guy could obviously assess it the same way. I'm not chasing that head case. When y'all get online babbling like this, thinking y'all are saying something, this is what men are saying to ourselves. What I'm saying to you is what men are saying to themselves. While you think you're saying something, you swear because you're saying words, you think you're saying something. No, you're just saying a string of words. You're not saying anything. You're just talking. You're just talking. This is why y'all drive us insane. You just be talking. It's not based in no kind of reality or facts. You're just talking. I heard this online. Let me regurgitate it. Motherfucker.
Well done. Know your worth and keep up the good work. There is a man willing to do all these things for us, and he's most likely in the friend zone if we are to be really honest with ourselves. Some guys are tired of giving in, they need to be loved. They're the one who pursue earlier on and still get cheated on. Nothing is wrong with us. We are just enjoying our peace. First of all, it's no one's job, but I'll entertain it. It became her job when she wanted equality. Women pushed for equality, and now men are treating them as equals by expecting them to pay on the first date or make the first move. It's only fair, right? Yet, when the roles are reversed, a lot of modern women seem to have a problem with it. It became their job to message first because...
Y'all just do too much talking, man. I'm going to tell you straight, y'all talk too much. For what you bring to the table for us, y'all talk too much, man. Y'all just talk too much. And I don't see you getting anybody. Especially when I get overseas and show guys, hey, man, you need to leave the States, man. I got my money saved up. I'm gonna be moving around. So, man, it's over. I'm learning, my editing skills better so I can edit some, travel videos, right? Make sure it's plenty of women. It's over, man. All this attitude for some taint, tarnished, tangy coochie. Like, why would we want to deal with this? It's used coochie. Half of y'all, or more than half of y'all, have kids. So, ain't no first for that. And you have all this attitude on top of that with all this internet babble, mumbo jumbo. Ain't nobody listening to that crap. When y'all start going into this whole mumbo jumbo internet crap, ain't no grown. It's our job to woo you, fool. We woo you with the mumbo jumbo jargon babbling. That's what I do. Shut the fuck. I don't want you trying to stop it. Stop it, man. Stop the madness. Stop it, I say.
Because when men do, they often get left on red or delivered with no response.
Crazy.
Men got tired of putting in effort only to be ignored. Why are modern women so caught up in debating whose job it is to initiate anything when they're not even the same as the women of the past? Back then, women were kind, nurturing, and feminine, qualities that naturally inspired men to step up and take the lead. They brought something to the table that made men want to go out of their way for them. But the women of this generation are lacking that very thing.
Most y'all want these weak females. Y'all don't want no.
All right, well, she's trash. She's already calling you the N-word, and she's referring to herself as a female instead of a woman or a lady. So the trash that you're not talking to, but listening to. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta smash that like button. There's a trash female.
No fucking alpha woman. Like,
woo, alpha woman.
But y'all be
red
really
flag.
wanting these lame females, and that's fine. Take them.
If it's fine, then why are you pointing at the camera like you tough or something? Nose ring? Why are you acting like a thug? What are you doing? Is the goal to intimidate us because your frail ass ain't gonna do that? Is the goal to vent your emotional state? Well, you're doing that well. Hope it's not to get a man because this ain't gonna work out well for you. Hood boogers, man. The stupid ass females, man.
Little lame assholes. I don't want your ass anyway.
Stop.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. God love it. Yes. What a way to finish the video.
Okay, I have a question for all of the single straight men.
I don't give a shit.
What are you doing?
Minding my business.
Because every single day, I walk out of my front door to the most beautiful, gorgeous,
dater,
goddesses of women, walking around, living their best life like they're just not heaven on earth. So what are you doing? Why are you fumbling the bag? Why are you single? Why are you not just snatching up all of these amazing, beautiful, smart, educated, sexy women? Because they're everywhere I look. Get it together.
Well, if these women were really as amazing as they think.
Yeah, I'm gonna let her, listen, most of this is just trigger bait. These females are washed up and leftovers, so they're just trying to trigger you for clicks and views. They're just trash, man. I mean, there's nothing worse than just making trigger bait videos. Like you're so trash, you have to get your views by trying to say a bunch of crap you think it's going to piss men off just to get clicks, views, and repost and all that. So, you know, if you're online making your money from these idiots, like, you know, I am and other content creators, great for you. If you're just consuming it, don't give these women the time of day anymore. Stop investing in them, because that's what you're doing when you watch some leftover female. I don't know if this is tattooed on eyebrows or what, but these are well pronounced eyebrows that don't match her head or her face or anything, because they are tattooing eyebrows on. So, well, you know, they could be gluing them on nowadays too. Everything else is fake on them. Shit, they could be glued on, man. You know, or sewn in. I don't know, man. These women are fucking weird. They'll do anything for male attention. So, you guys smash that like button. Go ahead and subscribe. This video will be reposted on probably all 4 of my YouTube channels in the landscape format. If you're not watching it already, like my man Vision over here is, on my other channel, King David, the Lone Wolf Podcast. But it'll be reposted on all 4 channels through that landscape perspective. And you know, I'll be back on here a little bit later, but I get to the gym, man, before it gets too late. Love and light. I'm your brother, and I'm out. Hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe, you guys. Don't play around. You know you want to. Drop a comment. It helps with the algorithm. Share the video. Everything helps. Let's grow the channels. Your boy is back, and I'm out.
In this game, you gotta have that dog in you.
Made in America.